All right, let's take a look at this histology of the GI tract, specifically the histology of the duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. So you have the mucosa layer right here. That's the one that faces the lumen, facing the newly ingested food. This is then the submucosa, and then the muscularis externa, and then the most superficial part, this is your serosa layer. So let's look at this, the mucosa first. In the mucosa, you'll notice that the mucosa is not flat. It's tented up into finger-like projections called a villus. All right, so you have lots of villus. We call them the microvilli, the villi. And within the villi, you're going to see lacteals that allows for absorption of fats, amino acids, and monosaccharides, glucose, galactose, fructose, gets absorbed right into the blood capillaries that are found deep in the villus. The villus also contains absorptive cells lining the span, increasing the number of cells because of the up and down movement and undulation. If this was flat, you would decrease the amount of absorptive cells tremendously. Now, the deepest part of the mucosa then, to go deeper here, is this muscularis mucosa. Unlike the muscularis externa, this muscularis mucosa layer is not important, and it's not important for movement or mixing. It's important for allowing the plica circularis to be fully intact. It doesn't allow it to tent up and then move down, right? Like we see in the rugae. As we go a little bit deeper yet, this is a submucosa. Within the submucosa, you see lots of glands and lots of what looks like yellow vessels here. These are in fact neurons that helps form part of our enteric reflexes. This is our submucosal plexus that allows us to have increased secretion of mucus, so then we can have protection when new acidic chyme comes in, and it allows us at that reflex where, right, all it takes is food to enter that region for us to actually produce that mucus. You don't require a functional brain, a vagus nerve, or anything like that. As we go deeper yet, we're going to see the muscularis externa. Right? Externa consists of an inner circular and outer longitudinal layers, and this is what allows for peristalsis and allows for segmental contraction, or the mixing contraction we see in the GI tract. Now, deep inside, between these two, you also see the yellow neurons as well. The yellowish neurons that we see here are called the myenteric plexus, and they allow for the reflex behavior that we see when we introduce food into the GI tract. So with the introduction of food, we're then able to stimulate peristalsis and mixing. Doesn't again require a functional vagus nerve. And then the deepest layer right here, you have a little bit of fat and then a little bit of serosa layer, which is the external outer lining of the small intestine.